Hi. I know we've all blamed someone from time to time, someone or something, sometimes even blamed ourselves. But throw your mind back at all these occasions when you might have blamed. Honestly ask yourself, has that brought you anything positive? Has that in any way added to the richness of your life, your relationships, your successes? The honest answer is no. So let's today take a look at how blame hinders our lives. One very obvious answer is that when you blame someone for something, it creates a fracture, sometimes a chasm in your relationships. Sometimes these fractures are mendable to whatever degree they are, and at other times we lose those beautiful relationships. But there are more than just this one consequence when we resort to blame. The most important one is the inner space from which we operate. Any time that you and I resort to blame, what we do is we activate the inner victim. It's only a victim who is unable to take responsibility for his or her actions, words, thoughts, attitudes. A victim will always look for an excuse. What is this excuse? It's an excuse for how the victim reacts. Whether the victim is angry or sad or anxious or insecure or bitter or resentful, the victim always has a ready excuse. He did, she did, they said, they did not say, you acted, you did not act. The focus of the victim is always outside. And because the focus is external, the victim cannot grow up, cannot take responsibility for his or her own life, but most importantly, the victim's spiritual growth remains stunted, stagnant. The second consequence of blame is exactly this. Blame leads us to remain spiritual pygmies. Within us lies the potential to be spiritual giants, spiritual monoliths. We have the ability to be so big, to be so expanded, that you yourself might look at this phenomenal growth and be joyously amazed. We have the potential to be beacons of bright, bright light for others. But how can we unfold these potential energies that lie within us if we are constantly playing victim? In order not to play victim, in order to move away from blame, we have to recognize who we truly are. Are you your body? Are you your reactions? Are you your thoughts? Are you your beliefs? Are you your mannerisms? Are you your character traits? Because if you identify yourself with any or all of these, then you shall remain a victim. You see, when we identify with them, we want to keep them safe. We don't want our reputation to be scarred. We don't want our outer facades to be shaken. We are looking for validation from people. We are looking for approval from others. We would like to come across to people as confident and capable and skilled and talented. And when anything, any trigger, whether it's a situation or a person, when any trigger threatens that, we instantly move into blame, which means we react as victims. One who does not need approval from others is one who is sure of self. One who has looked into the mirror and seen both strengths and flaws and is still admiring of self is one who is not a victim. To admire yourself in spite of your flaws is to recognize that as a human embodiment, you do have flaws which you are determined to overcome, but it is also a recognition that you are spirit, you are God self. That is your true, authentic self. And that as spirit, as God self, you are already perfect. When you come from that space of recognition of self, and there is an external trigger, you will be able to recognize instantly that this trigger is only drawing your attention to something that lies within you that still needs to be worked at. We are all work in progress. So why be ashamed of recognizing this fact? And when we are not ashamed of that fact, when we are actually proud to be who we are, when we are proud of all that we have already achieved, when we are proud of where we are moving forward to, when we are happy about the fact that there is still work to be done, which means that there is still so much more growth that we can look forward to, then there is no shame. And when there is no shame, there is no blame. And when there is no blame, we can view all the triggers as divine opportunities for growth, as divine opportunities for change and transformation. We can keep alive within us the fire that burns in the work in progress. We are all constantly being renewed and purified by that fire. So why don't we use these divine opportunities that come to us through people, through situations, and allow ourselves to burn away the dross in this sacred fire. But each time you blame someone, you are unable to access that sacred fire, because your vision turns outward. So don't allow yourself to be a spiritual pygmy, because what you truly are is a spiritual giant. Make a firm intent here and now. From this moment forth, I choose to move away from blame and to take self-responsibility. I am a co-creator with the divine. I have divine powers of co-creatorship. I have the ability to create my life in exactly the way I choose it. When I am unconscious, my words, my thoughts, my attitudes, my reactions create my life unconsciously. From this moment forth, I resolve to create my life in a conscious, willful, purposeful manner. And much joy to you.